There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We judge it for podcast and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. Following our people who waiting to serve. The blessing that time and the efforts are rest. The brothers we giving us here and the parents from there. The work with my life without fear.
A lyrical health.
Master.
Clay Paris, who make you again Sktv-Lib. Say my journey, Tina get as say my yamo. And yes, I know money. Emu aye yo. And you love me. Emu aye yo.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandbaza.
And I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I wanna play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I wanna play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I don't get it now ya to money. That's the baby, and I don't get it now. Cause you walk on my ya to money. Yeah.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandbaza.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We judge it for podcast and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. Following our people who waiting to serve. The blessing that time and the efforts are rest. The broadcast we giving a real and the promise my best. To work with my life without fear. From Grandfather Nima to Lufa, from Riverside, River G to Chile, from Grand Crew, Bombing, Cape Mount, Montserrat, San to Bagbolu, from Maryland, Bonk to the Mikey B. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa.
Yes, again, we sincerely apologize to all of you, our viewers, those of you who always follow our broadcast, especially those of you from the outside of Liberia. You know, you always want to know exactly about what happening, some of the happening of the day, especially when it comes to the betterment of our beloved country, Mama Liberia. So you're always on our back. You want to know exactly where we were going on, some of the thing again. Yes, indeed, sometimes these things happen. We have a very serious situation that have to do with some of our equipment on Monday, sometime last Monday. Was that the last Monday in July? Yes, indeed, we were seriously hit by our sun lightning, or better say tunnel, and I have some of our equipment having some issues, and including the internet. So that's why we're off for the past 5 days of the week, sometime last week. So again, but good. Good to be here. 4 minutes down 6. That's the time check. This of you always relaying this broadcast. Thanks to all of you. We don't know where you are, and you know you mean everything to us because we can pay you. Even if we were even to give you anything, it will not still be there because the love that you have for Liberia is more than any kind of catch that will be given to you. So thanks to all of you for relaying this broadcast. Are you sure? We don't know exactly where you're relaying your fund, but that's good. Whether it's somewhere around there in Nima, in Lofa, or better stay in Grand Jira County, let me say that wonderful good evening. Help us share the show. Those of you who are watching, that's the best thing to do for us. Help us. I'm doing that to myself. I'm sharing the show. So you too help us to share the show. This evening, the show will be interesting. We have so many things to talk about. Think Liberia, Build Liberia, and Love Liberia. So We stay on to the drugs issue, the drug situation, the Wahala still continue. Are we, into serious situation that have to do with security, or what are we? Because whenever these things happen, that's why we keep saying to our people that better the security, better the strength of the security, and give the security better wages, or better say better money, so that they too, because you can pay security man $150, $125, $90, for example, and you want a man to go do 1,500 job. Who's going to do that? So who's going to do that? So sometimes there are a lot of leakages into our security network based on the way our government itself to treating the security. So at the end of the day, you say, but we'll talk about all of these things. We'll talk about the drugs issue. There are claims and counterclaims. The PUL, I think by this time the meeting, I think maybe by this time the meeting should have been ended, or they are still into the meeting to discuss the forward march of so the police RG Inspector General Colonel Gregory Coleman, also who said allegedly that, in fact, he said that the media, the drug cartel infuse, or better say they put money into the media. That's why we are talking the way we are talking. So we are saying, okay, that's good. Come with your evidence, come with your facts, and tell everything, because everything you are saying now, you put our lives at risk. Because already we're struggling, already the media, we are doing this thing for our country, for the system to get better. And you come on, you just badly accuse us, so you put our lives in danger. The people who can't even think about the forward march of the country, some of them who think that the party that they support or the lawsuit there is more than the country, they can do anything to people. And some of the security officers too also, maybe they can see the media now as anti. Yeah, so this thing wanted to be settled. So that's why the PUL, they have a meeting, and we will know the outcome of that meeting. We will also inform you as to which decision, whether we will take the police RG to court, so they can prove up. Somebody say maybe on the message, and they may get food, but you know they're appetite. Well, I beg you, in the country, man. Someone said, maybe they may even get appetite to eat there, or you want to be putting attention on the making. Look, dry does sweet. That's the thing. But why you be eating if the dog get dry? So that's the thing. Some of you who love money, the love for money. Now, what the Bible said, you love money so much. You think that everything about you is just about money, 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 money. You never satisfy. All of the horses you have, everything you get, the cars, you alone get 4 or 5 cars. No, it's not still sufficient for you. You still want, you still want, you still want. So the more you want, the more you find yourself into a serious predicament. Like what some of the officials, some of the even junior officials, some of the security apparatus or security officers who are also behind bars today, or who are going through investigation. Yeah, you never said that. Even if you get worse, how many rooms you sleep in? Even if you get one room, that entire space or that entire area, you will not cover everywhere. No. Even on the mattress or the bed or what you may call, you will not say cover everywhere. You just have a little piece. But again, when the system is rotten, when no respect for people, so you have the people on top there who are making all of the money, and you have teachers, you have the health workers, you have you have our people struggling for better life. But everybody want money, 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 money. That's the thing. Chief, you're right. They love for money. That's what the Bible said. They love for money. That's what gets us today to where we are today. People never satisfy. They have all of the money. They have everything. They are little salary. Some of them they're making good money. But yet they still fighting for OPS. They still fighting for this and that. Just because at the end of the day, they want to do these things so that they can take other people with me. No. I saw one of the ladies, she said, I understand how small go grandpa for the July 26th celebration. You haven't returned. So you see, so that's all they want. So they take the money, they corrupt the system so that they can get plenty of women, plenty, all kinds of things, plenty of horses, bad people horses, bad this, bad that, just to be seen for sometimes. Yeah, it's not just good, man. It's not right. People, it's not very, very good. But again, that's it. Help us share the show. We are doing that. We're sharing the show first. But that's it, man. Jim David, yeah, my brother, my good friend and brother, good evening to all of you. Ali will join us. Ali was right here in Liberia. Ali Masade keep calling me back to back. But Ali, why you gotta be crying, my man? I said, Ali, these are things. Sometimes some of you who are outside of Liberia, if you want to help any of your family members, let me tell you, help them. If I talk about help, if you want to give them business, it's better that you give them business. But if you say you're waiting for the thing and be maybe giving a small money for full year, that you will continue to waste your own time. Because nothing will change soon. Let me just say that. I'm sorry, I can know. Maybe you won't see this thing, you can believe. Nothing will change soon. That waste of time. So the best thing to do, Robert, some of you who had yeah, you know, my brother Robert here, but people like Roof says, your mutual friend, all of you that who have, the best thing you can do now is you look for business or you look for something for your people to be doing. But if I say you're waiting for government, because the rescue them, they didn't say they need rescue. So if the rescue you're waiting for to better our lives, there, I don't think maybe we'll get it soon. I don't know. I'm saying this thing, and these are facts. Because every time people call some of us, in fact, from the radio, they will call us complaining. Some people want to do elsewhere call. Sometimes I can be refusing most of these things. Maybe on the other one, each someone will call me and be crying. Maybe I need help here. I said, but if everybody need help, if all the people try to help everybody, then they themselves, what thing they will get for themselves. So that's why sometimes some people do, yeah, you got to understand, yeah. But again, people, good evening, man. Good afternoon, good morning. I recognize all of you. Emmett, Hammond, you please help us share the show. Mr. Dishu will join us. The rest of the other panelists will also join us. But it's good. This government was voted for to better our lives. These are facts. That one, you know, to say that they see, they want, you know, they see business. These one are facts. So any other bonus or anything that added there, that mean I want a bonus. But again, the bonus seller is hey, don't want to go get it. Someone said, "Babe, I feel you play today, please play for me on the show because I see your Digon Billy. No, I beg your man. Go. Lord, but Digon interest you. It ain't easy. Now, that leadership is difficult. Yeah. Roof. Says Roof, it ain't easy. Let me be frank. Sometimes to be father. That's why some men can run away. Let me tell some of you today who are women. Okay, Mr. Dishu already joining us. Yeah, this is cool. What Mr. Dishu is said, right? Mr. Dishu, good evening.
Good evening, Mabon. Do you hear any noise, distortion, or something like that?
Dishu?
Yeah, you hear me? Mabon, hello?
Is it?
Hello, you hear me?
Mr. Dishu?
Yeah, I'm talking.
You come in, but you breaking though. I don't know whether from our end or from where again. Yeah, man. But you come in, but you breaking. All right, so Mr. Dishu go off. Yeah, but these are facts, says Roof. All of you that know these things, you know, to admit, Mantico was voted for. Let me tell you something. That man, Mantico. Your leg can get angry. Your leg can say what you want to see. Some of you are angry birds. And I know what is really making some of you angry? To better your own life, you get invest. Oh, I never see the kind of thing before. You know, the people they get a song. I never see the kind of life. Oh, I never see it before. The kind of thing I never see it before in my whole life. For someone to better your life, you are angry. So what there to make you angry? What there to make you angry? That's the thing about I'm not understanding. What in there now to make you angry so that when we say, in fact, when we say that it will better your life, you say no. You don't want it that way. You, in fact, you get into no, don't get very awesome. We probably want our life to get better. You probably, if you feel okay with that, it's up to you. But for us, we want our life to be better. So, folks, yeah, man. Seriously, angry bird says Roof. I don't know why. I don't know what he's making angry. But then he asked question the first. But yesterday they were not vessel. No, yesterday they were they were the largest advocates around here yesterday. You see how that look? Yesterday, all of them today that are now defending. So it just tell you the kind of country that all that will live in and that will get. People who will be outside the fence, but on the kind of defend, they start on to defend the fence what the fence can for. But let me bring Mr. Tishu and myself can go to our discussion. Mr. Tishu?
Hello, maybe am I clear?
Yeah, I'm getting you, but your mic is broken, that's all. But I'm getting you.
Let me see again where I can go to.
Yes, I think that only the mic have that little glitches in, but at least you are coming far better. But the mic.
Am I better?
So go ahead.
Hello, am I better?
Well, I don't know that mic you have there. So if the mic, then you just have to have that mic. You just have to do a little adjustment on the mic so we can get your audio very clear because we want our people to hear you. And yes, indeed, that's the best way to go. So please, yes, David Williams, yeah. Mr. Tishu?
Yeah, you hear me now?
Yeah, but you have to do the adjustment of the audio. That I'm saying I'm getting you, but your audio is just cracking in between there. That's all. Like you know that some of the viewers can always say that there's a little crack into the audio. Yeah, maybe the mic are using. So if that's it, then you have to change it, please. That's all but your network is not bad.
Okay, am I clear of this thing? Is it the same? Okay.
Just keep doing it. Just keep trying. What we'll do that. We're talking bit by bit. Emmett Hammer, good evening. Let me welcome some of our people. Jason Jin, good evening. Bombo Momo Tumba, thank you for joining us. Emmanuel Bro, are you sure always here with us? Amos Betu, thank you so much for joining us from the Betu Island. Thank you, my dear good friend and brother Amos. James David, are you sure always here with us? Sparkle and Corty, thank you for joining us. Folks, all of you, please help us share the show. The show will be interesting this evening. Our attention this evening will be around the drugs and the boat or the ship that we're seeing in Grand Cayman County. After a few weeks, people say few weeks, some people say 6 months. Only the thing that made for to know that some kind of more unknown shape or some kind of shape parking somewhere around there in Cayman had to do with. So if I want to leave reporter, I have to. That is you?
Yeah, better.
Hello? Is there a mark? They just remove the mark and just do the trucking maybe through the alcohol something there, maybe that you have.
I'm not using the mark. What I'm doing right now, I'm using my phone and on Facebook, and I went to StreamYard. I got the link. And yeah, that's where I am, because every time I go to the laptop, you'll see that you're hearing noise in the background. So I changed. I went to the phone, and I still cannot be heard. Huh?
No,
I'm still
hearing you. It's just cracking. But never go ahead. Good evening. We hearing you. It's just that maybe the audio may not be 100%, but we're really getting you, but not that 200% of one it. But go ahead. Good evening, Mr. Tishu. What's up, everything? I've been a little time now. Some we've been off the network.
Yeah. Say hi to everybody. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, as we always say to the listening audience. I'm very, very sorry that I'm not that much audible for the audience to get me very clear, but I will do my best. And as the conversation goes on, I hope to make better adjustment. But things have been all right, and we see there's a lot of wahala still going on behind the drug business. We see a lot of contradiction. We see finger pointing. And there's a lot that's going on that need to be discussed, including our national security, which I then hope that I will be able to give my opinion to be heard clearly. So I then hope that my audio will respond That's how I want it to be. Thank you, Mabel.
Great. Thank you, Mr. Dishu, and that's it. You knew it. That's the fact. Today, this thing, even though we'll be having other maybe passing some of the things that have to do with former. Was that something last week? Okay, I think we talked about that right, and declare his candidacy that in fact you're going to contest. So your Bakubay, some of you who know your Bakubay, the message will contest. Then also the CDC convention is that in Minnesota or somewhere around there in the US, and they were having their activities. So all of these things we are passing through with most of the happening of the day. And yes, the most talk about drugs issue. I think sometime on Saturday, was a Saturday? Yeah, I think Saturday the news broke out about a vessel, or better say a ship, a mini ship that was seen somewhere around there in Grand came out that sparked off mixed reaction from the public that indeed what's going on, who own the ship, how the ship appear at that end of Liberia, and how come, even though they according to information security investigating, but Liberians that also reside at that part, they were mainly concerned about the safety and the security, because they think that the security should have been in fact active before even any kind of alarm to blow. But again, when our news broke out, Liberians were seeing with different views about their own safety. Then later on, I think after I think that was the next day, we saw the armed forces of Liberia a video also with armed forces of Liberia getting the boat to go there and so forth. But again, Liberians, they have their own reactions that what's going on, how come a boat or stay a ship will be on the land for a few times and our government can give any update about the ship and who owns the ship and what the ship doing there. So all of these things and the drugs issues still continue on. Let me issue like you said, their finger pointing still ongoing. Last evening, one of our sister network headed by in fact Correspond rather headed by the former CEO Stephen Witherspoon. Last night he said that the police RG is in the know of the drug. In fact, the police RG allegedly he said that the police RG authorized the movement of the drug. So that also sparked a mixed reactions. Public people are now concerned. How come? How will the drug move with serene? What's going on? How will our security protect the drug instead of the security arresting the drugs and making sure that Liberia is drug free? But they are the one now protecting drugs to enter the motherland. So all of these things, the government, they are still working hard. They are still investigating in making sure that they bring to book all those people that are responsible for the importation of drugs. And also we follow the Al Jazeera news that according to the Al Jazeera news, the issue of kush, in fact, the importation of kush now has increased from somewhere around 60, I think 60 or something percent to now 80%. So I think they are growing concerned about that. How come we are not talking about cocaine but kush? The importation of kush is high on the increase. So where are we heading to as a country? Where are we heading to as a nation? People are concerned. Liberians are concerned. Are we not back because we've seen a lot of Zokos? We've seen a lot of young people in the streets who are, in fact, addicted to drugs. They are all seeing taking drugs. Some of them losing their lives and so forth. So Liberians are really, really concerned with the issue. And so these are some of the happening and talking points for the day. Yeah, as we go along, any other thing that will pop up, we're going to inform our people. But again, we want to say we sincerely apologize to our people for not coming on for the past few days. There are question calls back to back. People were concerned, even though we were on the radio, but we were not on the internet. So thank you so much, Mr. Dishu, and thanks to all of our viewers, our listeners. So, Mr. Dishu, you can start the ball rolling. I don't know whether we can start with the accusations, because if you go back to Mr. Witherspoon, I think he's allegedly accused, I think, 2 persons, Sheikh, I think he said something on video to the chat room, right, Mr. Dishu?
Yeah. You hear me clear?
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead, Mr. Dishu.
Yeah, maybe on I don't know how to call the Liberian Wahala. It's a drama mystery. The mystery being involved is that from the start of this thing, it was a lot of things that were happening that the public were giving information, and the investigation, or the investigators rather, had a different mindset. And that one made it a mystery because the Liberian public or the people did not expect that coming from the people who they expected to give them the right answer to their drug business. We're in a big mess. Right now, as we say, the international community are giving it all at this particular point. And we find ourselves in a position that we are so embarrassed that we don't know how to present this particular case right now to the people and the international community. After the information that we got last night, like you said, from this sister show, allegations of the finger pointing, who gave the order to the driver or the head of the traffic division to carry out such an act? That is the question being asked at this moment, and it's the answer that everybody is looking out for. Now, the ship that you stated that was on the high sea around Liberia and spotted by Liberians, the information that we got saying that that ship had been out there for about a month or so, going in and out of Sierra Leone and coming into our Liberian territorial water. And not only that, this information was given to NAFTA, the people who are in charge of the fishery. They have all the, I believe they have a setup that can detect any ship coming in and going out of Liberia. With that being said, after 1 month of information given to NAFTA, why haven't we had any response to that? Why have to be this lit day, a lit timing, that we have to come out to make believe that the ship is the first time coming out, and it's surprising to the Liberian people? Yeah, it's surprising to us, the viewers, but the information that was given have been given about a month ago. So it's not surprising to those who received the information and did not act on it, or they did not share the information for action from the government. So there is something in between this whole thing that we believe that the cocktail is so large that it entangles a lot of people that we will not believe that will be part of it. Fishermen, government officials, security people, all of these people are being involved one way or other. So it's going to be tough because the people that were hiding, the people under the screen, and didn't want them to come out, I think the media has done a lot. I've given it to Rottnest here and the Spoon Network for being very much brave enough to go against the cartel, revealing information to the government. And if the government don't act, then it's left with us. So until the conversation goes on, I'm willing to share the other.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
thank you, Mr. Dishu. Even though we have a lot of questions I'm going to ask you here as security experts, because that's your field right there. So we have so many questions that have, in fact, a bullet around security, and we'll be asking you, and I hope and pray that you give us all of the answers. But again, Ali, I don't know, entering back to back. I don't know. Okay, good. Yeah, let me take another one for that, because I worry about Ali. I said, what? Ali is in Liberia for true. I want to say, but thank God, Ali, that you set it up. So Ali is setting up. Ali will soon join us here very soon. That's good. Okay, let me see our best to get Ali. Wow, Ali is right here with us. Ali, good evening, my brother. Good afternoon, good morning. I know it's evening time. The netting is my big Ali, you see, welcome to my internet system. What's up? My big Ali, you see. Yeah, Ali go off.
Maybe, yeah,
Hey, are you there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Hey there, welcome to Liberia, brother.
Yeah, I'm hearing you loud and clear. I'm hearing Mr.
I
Dishu.
don't
Can
know,
you
but for
guys?
me, I'm not getting you. I don't know, maybe other people hearing you, but for me, I'm not hearing you at all.
No, I'm getting audio clear. I'm getting audio
Okay,
clear.
okay,
Let
but let's
me
go ahead, are you?
let me go out and come back and see.
Ah, Mr. Dishu, you still getting him?
No, I think he said that he was going off. I'm looking at him. Okay, he's going off now. Maybe he'll come back in.
Good, because I'm not really okay. Are you?
He's trying to come in.
All right, yeah. So, Mr. Dishu, like you just stated, you're right, 100%. These are kind of muffin, and this is kind of, in fact, this is the country that we all that we have, we call Liberia. So many things happening behind the scene that you just said. People are, trying to cover other people up. People trying to shield other people. Let me just make it a way, and I'll put in the same platform. People trying to back other people. They don't want people maybe hate us. Let me just say it away. So at the end of the day, everybody get a friend, get a friend, the other person get a friend, the other person get a friend. In short, what Mr. Tishu was saying, that we'll play some of the videos from Satan Witherspoon allegations against some of the quote unquote, some of the people who have close ties, who are close friends. Because, like, for example, if Mayboy is friendly with Aliu, like, for example, and Aliu myself will talk regularly. So if anything, even if some kind of thing, maybe Ali will hear from me, or I will hear something from Ali. I may not know everything about Ali 100%, but something that had to do with the kind of thing, sometimes we share the conversations. So that was last night when you listen to Satan Witherspoon, listen, he and Shaq, they were having that kind of thing. In fact, even playing a recording that, in fact, I even recorded Shaq on, which was good for me. I don't think because that was maybe off conversation, but to be played again based on our own integrity sometimes, how we present ourselves sometimes. Because if you say Mayborn a criminal, Mr. Dishu, everybody call him Mayborn criminal. Then you will say you claim. You come or you call Mayborn behind the same, my man, we're ready to do the thing, how we can do it, but we're very smart. So they dare not maybe want to bring you to the problem, maybe in a how. So for me, I think these are some of the that happened last night, but we'll play the video so that our people can listen. Maybe some of them didn't follow last night. So we'll play two videos. One have to do with the police RG allegations that indeed the police RG order or use the police siren here and there to take the drugs from place to place. Because if you take the drugs from the water and you carry it to the horse, that means you take the drugs from place to place. So you have to use the police siren. But Ali, my brother, let's hear from Ali. What are you okay, Ali?
Yeah, maybe can you hear me loud and clear now?
Yes, you're far better than ever before. Why?
Yeah, thank you. Good afternoon, good evening. Yes, all day when I'm speaking to people, they say, "My man, now morning time, yo." Yes, good evening, Mr. Dishu. Good evening, our audience. You know, I'm 1 hour away from home. I was driving coming from work while I was following the show. You know, I had to drive 1 hour to go in the morning, drive 1 hour to come right back. Well, I've been following you and Mr. Dishu, and you said something very important, Mayborn. For those of us in the diaspora, or we just have to see what we can do to help our people back home, business-wise, to get them doing something for themselves. Because if you say you're going to depend on the government to impact the lives of your people, you are misleading yourself. Those people, they are not thinking about changing the lives of the Liberian people. They are only thinking about changing the lives for themselves, to get richer and more richer, to enjoy themselves, and while they make Liberian people to be slave to them, and turn the citizens into beggars. And those of you back home, if you get your brother, your sister, your mom, whosoever trying for you to be independent, whatsoever resources is sent to you, you have to make the better use of it so you can be independent. Because we that up there, we work hard. So if somebody say, oh, maybe won't be selling cold water, let $1 there, you have to put your all into it and sell that cold water. It's crazy over here, my brother. But it's that being home, Mr. Dishi. Welcome. How was the weekend?
Well, I thank God for life.
Yeah, go ahead, Mr. Tishu. Go ahead. Go ahead. Because you're not talking, that's fine.
I thank God for life, Mario. And I hope that you're safe and carrying yourself correctly, my brother. Because yeah, they got something they call brown. I don't know whether you're testing it while you're there in Liberia. That's a big news we're hearing. Oh, yeah. That brown, the one that carrying the man them strong. I laughed this morning when I heard that. I heard Clarence Jackson trying to interview the guy who said he took the brown. The people accuse him of taking their brown and knocking the woman down. So that was very interesting. So I don't know why you're there. I hope that you don't try it or you bring it to America. So you have any side effect, at least the doctor that will be able to help you. But back to what we were saying, we have a national security problem in this country, in Liberia. If a ship can come in our territorial water, and we as security people don't notice it, or we get information about it and we don't act on it, it tells us a whole lot. Maybe from the time this drug business started, I've been talking about the link from Sierra Leone, right? I have been talking about the link from Sierra Leone from day one. And it looks like the security did not take that to heed. And there's a lot of signals that's still pointing to Sierra Leone connection of the drug business to Liberia. Until the government and investigators can come out with clean hands, or the government will accept Mr. Cummings and the public demand that we should have some kind of independent investigation, this thing gonna be a big mess. Pointing fingers and doing all of that, I think we're gonna fail when we get in court. And I believe that even if we happen to go to court and those people are found guilty, those foreigners will be extradited to their country. And we'll be left with the brown people again, and they will tell us that the cases are closed, the people going into prison, and it's going to be something that we're not going to get anything out of it. So it's a serious national security concern that I think the government should look at it from another angle. Also, trying to get the cause and the root of this drug coming into our country.
Thank you.
Say right now.
All right, thank you. So, Brother Ali, you just joining us. We started a little bit sooner than you coming on a little bit after a few minutes. But again, what say you, Brother Ali, with the drugs issue? Because there where we're starting, because we're starting with the issue of the drugs, how the drugs, in fact, tie to friendship, tying to people who are the higher authority, and at the end of the day, seeing another shape appearing right on our water, making our people, in fact, putting fear in our people. We'll also go back to that, the security implication. But what say you first with the issue of claims and counterclaims, people accusing each other, the police RG, accusing the media, and all the accusations just wilding day by day?
Okay, yeah, you are there.
Ali, you are muted.
Sorry. I'm sorry I was muted. Yeah, like I was saying, Mabon, we had to be grateful to the American government for saving this country. Because almost everything that happened here, you had to get intelligence from the US government, or they're the one will tell you this is happening and that is happening. Even during the $100 million worth of drugs that came to this country, if it couldn't have been the United States government, they are intelligent, or that drugs were going to land here and be taken elsewhere. Liberia was going to be used as transit point to make sure that entire 100 million worth of drugs were going to be exported. And these are some of the things, what the essence. Because all these drug busts that are happening in the country, we haven't heard from any administration to say, oh, based on the work of the NSA, they were able to get this, they were able to do this. They will always tell you, based on the United States intelligence, they were able to give us some information and were able to knock this down. What the essence of putting more money into NSA when they only over there sitting doing nothing for this country? They are not protecting this country. Nothing they are doing. You see, like me while we're following the show, this issue about Gregory Coleman, and this is something the government really mean well to fight drugs into this country. By now, Gregory Coleman should have been suspended and undergo investigation. When Coleman appeared before the Senate, and he called people name, oh, Michael Brown, this other person, that other person, do you really believe that those people can bring 19.2 million in this country? They are higher ups involved. They are stake actors, so you give a chance, they do our work. And Gregory Coleman has said this one thing 3 times. Oh, he gave Baka Iye, he gave Jeremiah Kun Iye. So they may have said this thing 3 different times on separate occasions. By now, he should have been under investigation. Who are those stake actors? Because we came to make sure we get rid of drugs in this country, even though Liberia is not going to be drugs free. But to see $8 million worth of drugs was exported out of this country, another $19.2 million was going a girl birthday. Now we get $380 million, and you, the Inspector General of the Liberia National Police, you continue to tell us that there are state actors involved. He should be under investigation now. But guess what? He's not going to. Even tomorrow, Gregory Coleman can have a press conference and say state actors are involved in today's drugs business. The president, Joseph Newman Baka, will never and ever, and the Justice Minister Oslo too, they will never and ever suspend him to question him. They know what they are doing. We have to be very careful in this one.
So, quickly. So, in that, are you insinuating that the high table or the people up there, they are the one that are quote unquote making the entire drugs case to be delayed? Because according to in fact what we witnessed not too long, I think sometime in June, they said that the case was very classic and what kind of case, and people had to be patient. In fact, the Ministry of Justice pray for Liberians to be patient, and at the end of the day, they will give them all of the time. But from what we are seeing, even the acting LDA and deputy boss also now have been put on the table for the drugs activities. Are you still sensing that maybe they are still high up or hands up there that are still involved, and maybe quote unquote they think about playing politics?
Absolutely, yes. In as much as the police RJ Gregory Coleman is telling us that there are higher ups, there are stake actors involved in today's drugs issue. Yes, I believe that. Because of what Gregory Coleman is saying, that's how I believe, and that's how I think. We want to see those stake actors, those people who were just escorting cocaine. These people are not state actors. They got instruction from people. And if I give me instruction from Mayborn, probably Mr. Dishi is instructing me to pass instruction over to Mayborn.
Oh,
that's
yes.
how it. So Gregory Coleman telling you go escort cocaine. Gregory Coleman got instruction from somebody telling him, oh yeah, tell your guys to escort that convoy from this place to that place. So those state actors, if this government was serious as a president who really want to fight drugs, Gregory Coleman, that alone, you have implicated the entire government. As a responsible government, competent, by now Gregory Coleman should be under suspension and undergoing investigation. That's why I know. Because in America, from everything he's doing, you expect he police IG to come and say, oh yeah, these drugs that enter Maryland, these drugs that enter Florida, there are state actors involved, and you people are just looking at people that are on the surface. You able to say that? But now you undergo investigation or government that want to fight drugs for your police IG to such a statement 3 consecutive times, and he had not been questioned. That's alone. There is something.
Yeah, go ahead quickly, because I wanted to ask Mr. Dishu this security question, because everything you are saying, a team is borrowed around security. But go ahead, are you in it? Okay. Yeah, so are you? Yeah, so Mr. Dishu, here is a question, because almost all of the people that were suspended and dismissed, if you see all of them, almost 90 to 95% of them, they are all security officers. Mr. Dishu, are you saying, or should Liberians have interest into their security, or should we now start to pick maybe the sheep or the goat from all the sheep, or maybe try to do something that will give our security a better image and maybe a better store for Liberians to see them as maybe people that can protect them? Because before moving forward, even to the boat or to the ship issue, do you still get hope in the security after seeing the kind of more people who have been called up by the president, those names, most of them from NSA, from police, and I think the few from RIA, that just about the entire thing how to do with security. Where are we, Mr. Dishu?
Maybe it is so sad to see that we have a breakdown in our security network. It's so saddening that the news going out there that the security forces in Liberia is part and parcel of the drug trade that's in Liberia. The image of the police or the national security as a whole, the image is being damaged to the Liberian people and to the international community. Lately, if we can hear, after all of what the police director have been telling us from day one, those different reports, not knowing that he allegedly is part of it. This is something very serious. Very serious. That means to say the whole investigative board that includes the Ministry of Justice, NSA, the police force, RIA, custom, all of those people, in every sector of those particular institutions, have somebody that is partaking into this drug business. I believe that if the president wants anything right now, he should accuse the police director, get an independent body to supervise this investigation. And after that, he set up a reform to reform the whole security sector. That's the only message that will go to the international community, telling them that the Liberian government is serious or they're willing to do something. But apart from that, if they keep on allowing the investigators to carry on this and give their findings to the international community and the public as a whole, I don't think that we're going to carry that respect, and I think that the damage will still be there, because we're trying to erase the damage. And to get it off, there have to be a lot of sacrifices that have to be done. If the government not willing to do the sacrifices, then I believe we're in a big mess. That's all I have to say.
Thank you, Mr. Dishu. Brother Ali, to you, this follow-up question, because in fact, Al Jazeera, they are reporting that the most recent statistics from September 2025 to June 2026 show that the importation of kush has increased by 80% The whole entire drug business, Aliu, is confusing. We are fighting cocaine at the same time while Kush is coming in. What, Aliu? What happened? What going on with all of the kind of morphine? Everything is just confusing. And where are we, Aliu? Do you think that we'll really succeed in the fight against drugs? Because if we are not fighting cocaine and forgetting about Kush, Kush is now increasing now to almost 80%. Maybe even before the year end, or maybe next year, we'll be talking about 100%. Where are we going, Brother Aliu?
Maybe you hear me, because when you're talking, I kind of breaking. I don't know. That's the internet.
Yes,
can you
that's
hear?
it. Good. Yeah, I get you. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Then the problem, but first of all, we had to be very careful that we had $19.2 million worth of drug case in this country before this other one came in. So this other one that came in, we already know those people that are involved. They were arrested. But up to now, the 19.2 million, the government had to tell us as to whether it is part of this or 318. Because now everybody just discussing this 318 and forgetting about this 19.2 million. Because that 19.2 million was the first drugs cocaine we're talking about. We wanted to know those state actors that Gregory Como talked about. And since this one got there, we are no longer talking about it. If we take time, it's going to die down. And Paul King, you will see him in America the next day. Don't trust this government. I don't trust them. They are not transparent. Now we are talking about cocaine business. Now we are getting information that even the kush that the previous administration brought to this country now, it had gone up to 80%. So while you're looking at cocaine, they are still bringing kush into the country. So the security, they really need to pick up the security in this country. All the money they put into the security, those guys, they need to work. Our borders are vulnerable. Our airports are vulnerable. Our seaport everywhere. Like, see that other ship that been here. Some people say send July up to 2-3 weeks now. It been here on our water. So how vulnerable our water is, that people can just come there and they be there for 2-3 weeks. You see, this government, not just this government alone. This is the old age thing. But because name the king will rescue, and this is why you see people beating on them. Because this thing happen every time, it happen we at time, and you people came to rescue this country to in this mess. And you people continue to make things worse on a daily basis instead of the problem. Our waters, our seaport, everything is vulnerable. Our airport, our borders, everything people enter. There are so many entry points to this smaller country. So maybe on this issue about Kush we are hearing, that's troubling. But you can see like our coming when I make a stop somewhere around Banyo Junction.
Because yeah, go ahead quickly, because I want to ask or say something quickly on that.
This and that, all kinds of things. People are supposed to be working to take care of their family. You see some of these children today taking Kush, taking this other drugs. Why you think they are doing it? Because they have nothing to do. You see, so their friends, they will be able to encourage them into this thing. But if you get a job to do in the morning, you have to go to work. I want to look at me and say, my man, oh yeah, my man, this thing, you don't forget about thinking about job. Basically, when you take the thing, my brother, you get nothing to think about. But if you have no job to do, you will be influenced by your friends. You start taking in kush and other stuff around here.
Yeah. So quickly before Mr. Tishu come on, then I will leave you people for the news bulletin, the news break. But Ali, let's go back. Kush is the most used, in fact, drugs here in Liberia. For a matter of fact, that's in fact these are kind of substances that at least you guys they can easily afford. These are disadvantage, or we call them the zocos. But for the cocaine, Liberia has been used as a transit. Some of you, so that when someone can leave, I was saying, I think on Friday or they one time, they take the if there are 50 buses, so then they leave 1 year or 2 years. I'm just saying though, I'm just assuming before you say maybe I don't know. So then they leave 2 years, they send a banana one to Hero. I been to but coach that our children that they are own there. So Ali, I'm concerned if coach the thing that the young guys or the children can take that destroying our generation, if kush is coming into 80%, do you think that we are really fighting drugs, or maybe we are fighting the issue of drugs, or we are just maybe playing politics at the end of it? Because this is concerning to go at the point of 80%. Then I mean, we have been fighting drugs, maybe we've been doing these things, maybe drug catch, or like for example, the musician, how they call him, I think you bucket roll, just catch bucket roll and do videotape and just catch few people, every time they post it. But coach, the importation of coach has increased. It's troubling. This is troubling, are you? Even if the cooking will be troubling 100%, but this one is more than even troubling to me. But quickly, what say you then? Let me that you can take us.
Instead of the government fighting drugs, the drugs is the one fighting the government. That's what's happening. Because if you
follow to that, Coca, Ali, because I want some more Coca talking about the I think the drugs not get PhD. I don't know who get PhD. The drugs reach. Thank you. We said that the drugs reach to PhD level in Liberia. This is concerning that your government drug will reach to PhD level. And then we go ahead, my brother.
That's tell you that what Samuel Koga said is true. If you will get the importation of kush in of country with 5 million population, that you can get hold your nose and pass around the whole country, then meaning that the cartel have taken over the country. The drugs are going to PhD level. You see, so instead of the government fighting drugs, the drugs is fighting the government right now. That's what's happening. And the drug get more percentage, 80%. So just know if care is not taken before the end of 2026 to 2027, kush will be 100% into the country. Then meaning that the drugs have overtaken the country. And this is why the government had to step up their games. Like, maybe we have to be very careful in this country. All those NGO cars that you can just see passing here and there in this country, they don't even search them. Like just now when I was driving coming home, I saw another escort, I saw suitcases landing. Or any escort I see in the country now, I'm not satisfied with them because this is how they were transporting around here. So those too much syringes and things, I don't trust them, Mr. Dishu.
Man, you said it all, Ali. You said it all. The syringe rings a bell in our ears now from the experience that we have heard about the police escorting the drugs to a safe house. Yeah, it breeds a lot of concern. At this particular time, I believe that the covering up that the government is trying to do is not working. They have tried about going to about 4 weeks, 1 month plus now. And at this late stage, we're getting what we used to call Kuku Jumuku. If you're not inside, you don't know. That's what is happening in Liberia. And things have been getting to be exposed at this particular time. And it's embarrassing to the government. I would say this to you. The cook factory is being there in Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone is a major exporter of kush. It's alleged that government officials in Sierra Leone, the one that run the syndicate of kush there in Sierra Leone, they manufacture it. They have the factory set up there. And likewise, probably they have moved certain equipment into Liberia that they could manufacture their own right here too. The possibility could be there. But when we talk about the influx of kush coming into Liberia, it's coming from right next door. How can we stop it? What means can the government use, or what strategy can the government use to stop the import of kush from that Sierra Leone area, either through from the sea or from the land? The plane is not coming from Sierra Leone to Liberia. So it's the land and the sea. If they use the land, they have to do it through some escort or through some diplomatic means. And if it's through the sea, the ship that was shown on Saturday gave us some clue of evidence that they're bringing it with the ship from Sierra Leone to Liberia, putting it into the canoes or the boat, whatever they have, and bring it to the safe houses that they have set up. So this is a game that was never revealed because the security apparatus that were involved have been shielding it from being exposed. This game that is on right now, this drug war is on right now, is the media and the people versus the government and the investigators. That I see the kids. And I believe the media and the people have more information than the government and the investigators. Because since the case started, I have never heard anything from the government side to have been first for us to hear it, besides hearing it from the media before the government side. So that tells us that it's either they're trying to protect a whole lot of other big hands that are in it, or the lack of any clue to what actually is happening, or they know exactly what is happening, and you're trying to find out about the close it or one way or the other. That's how I see it, Alio. What do you think?
Yeah, but the problem, even the government is not updating the citizen on the day-to-day activities surrounding this whole cocaine business, because this is something that Liberia is now on the international news, like what Mabel just said about Al Jazeera, where in the importation, the influx of kush into the country have gone 80%. So these are things that we expect the information ministry to be telling us some of these things. Like when I saw the president went during the Independence Day celebration, and he didn't say anything about what is happening in the country at the Independence Day celebration program in Grand Bassa. And I listen to people saying, "Oh, why is it the president is only supposed to talk about the progress the country is making, what they have done, and he's supposed to go and talk about kush?" Like seriously, no, you don't do that. The president should be able, at the Independence Day celebration, make the country and the world to know the success, the achievement of your government, what you have done. Again, make your country to know the challenges you are going through as a government, and those mechanisms that you are putting in place to overcome those challenges. Make the country to know the current status of the country, what is happening now, what every citizen are concerned about. Make them to understand which is this kush business and the level the government have reached, what step they had made, what step they had taken to make sure that this issue be resolved and those people will be brought to justice. But you don't say, "Oh, the president is supposed to discuss about that." No. If you can do that as a government, that shows some lack of transparency and accountability to your citizens. You will not see Donald Trump going to stand here on July 4th to just tell American people the success and the progress of his government. He will tell you what he has done, those areas that he have challenges in, and what he's doing to overcome those challenges, and the trending issue, national issue in the country. He also need to take and what he's doing to resolve those crises. This is how a government behaves. If you have a government that is responsible, transparent, and they want to take accountability, they want to be accountable for things. But you see today, this cocaine business that is happening in the country, everything they are doing to bring the previous administration into this cocaine business. So a government who doesn't want to take responsibility, that's being very irresponsible. Because everybody should be able to take responsibility of your mistakes, and then you see what you are going to do to correct those mistakes so that you can move on. But if you were made a mistake, you don't want to take responsibility, you don't want to be held accountable for your mistake, you want to be shifting blames, then you are not ready yet to learn or to move forward. And this is what's happening. This government, President Boakai, this man, he's an older man, but he has some good mindset of moving this country forward. But unfortunately, those hyenas that surrounds him are the one that destroying him. The same thing happened to Joshua. And government job as a president, this is not your family thing. Those people that you appointed, you and them, they are not from the same mother, the same father. You appointed them, you trusted them that they can help you to deliver this country. So the position you put them in, if they are not doing what you expect of them, fire and hire, so that you can be able to succeed and deliver what you promised the Liberian people. But our government, when they are in power, when you talk in the tent, we get something called Fakao, they don't listen. They feel that they have arrived. We did the same nonsense. You like it, you not like it, George, we are 24 years. Where is he today? So that nonsense that we did, we gave Madam Sedi 12 years in this country, and she ripped this country off. All the $1 billion that came that they could transform this country to make Liberian people to get a better living, they squander everything. That nonsense not going to happen in this country anymore. If in one time he gone, Joseph Baka, if you come, you do the same nonsense, Josh, we are dead, you are going to. Nobody can rig election in this country no more. We are not going to give anybody a second chance. If we give you the first chance, you cannot deliver to give Liberian people a better living. So this government, they had to take accountability. They had to be transparent to the Liberian people. They try by all means to tie the former administration. And when you listen and when you read your code document, yes, the cartel been here. But this identical cartel that is now importing and exporting cocaine in and out of Liberia, they were established September of 2024. Why you don't want to accept that and see what you can do to fight this cartel that have been established 2024 and go to the one that been here? Because the one that been here, we didn't see them or importing the huge consignment of cocaine and exporting them out of the country. So those ones now just go establish, fight them and see what you can do. Therefore, then now you start to go after the other ones. But don't be pretending like you are fighting drugs and you are doing nothing about it. And this country we sit in, we should be grateful to God for the diplomatic ties, the relationship we have with America that other countries don't have. They are the ones saving Liberia and Liberians. It couldn't have been the American government, but now cocaine have overtaken the entire country. When that stream plane landed in 2024, those people were like, we are responsible government. We know there is no way a stream plane will just land in your country. And the aviation authority, they doesn't know anything about it. It landed in Maryland, came to RIA and went to Sheridan. That this Dutch fugitive they are talking about, that the Dutch government is pressuring the Sheridan government to turn him over, or else they are not going to give them any aid. We heard that he was in Liberia here. So as a government that is fighting drugs, don't you think the president was going to ask, who did he come to in Liberia yet? What he came for? Why a relationship and connection with him? We heard that his daughter was in this country, Liberia. When the drugs burst went on, he took his daughter from here. Who she was with in Liberia? Then we know this government is serious to get that kind of Dutch fugitive that have been importing and exporting drugs around the world to come to your country, and you care less to know who he came to or who a child was staying with in this country. That alone shows that some of those things Gregory Como is talking about, state actors and higher up, that's true. Yes, Mr. Dishi.
Yeah, I know what I agree with everything you said. what I want the Liberian people to take into account is that if this government is friendly with the Sierra Leonean government, and the Sierra Leonean government prefer not to take aid from the European Union, rather to keep a criminal in their country, it speaks volume.
Mm-hmm.
It speaks volume. And if our president, knowing the fact, because these things are internationally known information, if he knows that Sierra Leone and the European Union have a problem right now, our convicted drug dealer established himself in Sierra Leone, gave it a Sierra Leonean passport, and is right now cannot be extradited to Belgium that he wanted here for 8 years and he wanted in the Netherlands for 24 years. In Belgium here, he sent his boys to have a shootout because of some consignment he said he sent and it didn't go his way. And he sent the people to kill the people that were involved. Luckily, the guy was not in the house, but what they did was that they opened fire in the house and killed an 8-year-old girl, 8-year-old child. That would breed the concern with the international community. This guy is a dangerous guy, and as I know it from now, that Sierra Leone is a narco state. If the president can protect a drug dealer, saying he don't want any money from the international community or European Union, and prefer that particular ball money, that means to say he aid in abetting the drug business in Sierra Leone, and he getting a cut out of it. Because I don't think that it would have been in Liberia, and that pressure would have been there, and the Liberian government don't extradite him. You know what that means to us? It would have meant a whole lot to the international community regarding Liberia and its status towards aiding and abetting and shielding the cocktails, the dealers that are present within Sierra Leone and Liberia. It is a sad thing for us right now because Liberians have nowhere to turn at this moment besides to the international community. You can turn to Sierra Leone as a help because they're the one who bring this thing in. You cannot go to Guinea. Yeah, Guinea is a problem with the border business. So where will you turn to at least get some assistance? So we just lock up into this mess here and hoping that the pressure continue on the government to do what is right. And to do what is right is to get an independent body that will do the investigation and let the findings be the findings, not influenced by any government official or whatever other community that will bring in their sentiment to derail the investigation. So I believe it's about time now that the president decide to make this claim after all the different allegations of the high-ranking security people being involved, either abetting or seeing the facilitation of it being carried out one way or the other, they are involved. That's why I said about a month ago, the security sector need to be reformed. And I think it have been proven in recent time that we actually need a reform. We have people in the NSA, people in the custom, people in RIA, people in the National Police Force, all of them being involved one way or another. That means to say we actually need a reform in the security sector with new actors. Until then, Alio, I don't think that we're going to make it as a country. Because if we haven't the drug, the head of the cartel next door to us, which is in Sierra Leone, and we don't have a means of getting him or even questioning him, that proves that we far away from getting ourselves out of it. We far away. We are inside proper. That's what I have to say.
Mr. Dishu, President Waka has nothing to lose. And this is why I always say this. President Waka could be one of the best presidents ever in the history of Liberia. Looking at President Waka's age, what do he want? What he really need for living? So this man just need to straighten this country and do the right thing. Like when Taiwan say anything the president wants from the legislature, he can get it. He got full control over the Senate, the House of Representatives, the judicial branch of government. You have full control over all of these places. You control them as a government. There is nowhere opposition control. You get a horse. If you can use the horse to do whatsoever you want to do, why can't you use the same horse to do some legislation, to pass some bills, budget, and things that will impact the lives of the Liberian people? But you only use them to dismantle the house and to do some shady things. That's not good. This man had nothing to lose. You can fire and hire anytime. You need to clean the mess of the previous administration, but you are doing the worst. When it comes to performance report, how many ministry after every 90 days, President Waka will call you, say, come, let me see your progress note, what you have done in your ministry that have impacted the lives of the Liberian people. We don't see this thing happening. But in a serious-minded country, you will see after every 3 months, you have to give your report card to the president to see it. And you're not just bringing it, he's going behind you to do fight funding to make sure. This is why Liberia will need a leader now. Because only a leader had that mindset to always make sure you go after your officials, your appointed officials. You go behind them to see if they are really making progress. It almost like this is why we always say, oh yeah, the president, when he can't give speeches, there are a lot of contradictions, deceptions, lies, and other things. Because if you are going behind your ministers, your director, your managers, if they bring report card to you, they bring a progress note to you, you go behind them to make sure that, oh yes, what they brought to you is true. You will not come to be addressing the country, giving speeches, sooner and thing, and everything you say in your sooner or whatsoever, only 5% is truth. This is how the government does. Like Donald Trump, you will read his speech, you bring it to him 1 week ahead before he going to address the nation. He himself will go through that speech and he will do background checks. Sometimes he tell you what he want you to put there, something that he know it is. You're not just going to take speech on the day they say today Donald Trump is supposed to speak, then you can take it in front of him. No. You prepare that speech 1 or 2 weeks ahead. You bring it, you give it to him. He going through it. And he will call to do some fight finding. Oh yeah, did you say he had done this to his ministry? Had done this to his agency? Because as a president, when you come out, you speak. People should say yes. But these are some of the reasons why whenever the president speaks, you see a lot of contradiction, deceptions, lies, and all of those things. This old man can lead this country if he can be brave enough to take this difficult decision by firing some of those hyenas around him, those criminals that destroying this government and making Liberians to be slaves and beggars in their own country. He can do that. He got nothing to lose. nothing in there to
Yes,
write.
thank you. Yeah, thank you, Brother Aliu. Let me say thanks to Mr. Dishu. Thanks to all of you for holding on. Quite, in fact, you are 100% right. But at the end of the day, look at Mo Ali today, Brother Aliu. It tell you that the president not seeing the actions of Mo Ali. I can say recall, I think that was 2018, either between 2018, the first 6 months or so forth, when the CDC officials by them, they were all on the internet going back and forth with citizens here and there on reactions, things going on. And former President, we have warned them, stay away from the internet, focus on doing your work. But what we are seeing now is glaring that for Mo Ali to be even exchanging words with Samuel Jackson, back to back, discussing personal issues, private parts here and there, and my deacon stay keeping him. It just tells you that the kind of people that are around the president. For me, I always tell people, sometimes some of the leaders are not really bad, but their surrounding is terrible. And because of their surrounding, their entire image, their legacy, all will get damaged. Are you? And what happening? What are you looking at now? My deacon legacy, everything getting damaged already, no matter how you want to pin it. Because just imagine, Aliu, if the foreign affairs minister, if that madam can fight high to bring Liberia image to certain level, and today just because of one little mistake, to getting us back, see the amount of media outlets that were carrying the drugs issue. All of the international media outlets carry the negative part of Liberia a few times, especially when the time the drugs came, the drugs show. But go there. It's on BBC. It's on all the international platforms. Is it a good image? It's a bad image. So the only people that want to become here now, they'll be drug dealer. Maybe you don't know these things. The only people now, oh yes. Because the drug dealer will say, oh, but a market went on that side. Maybe they catch other men because you know the household can always be here, right? So we always say, oh man, that man is smart. But to admit, let's be frank, the way Liberia image was going. Some of us even we posted that lady on our Facebook page, in fact, on our profile for some days. Today, where are we today? In fact, you came here talking again. Because what she can do? Nothing she can do anymore. Like Ali said, before the international community, even before Donald Trump, even the Scott Liberia, they can go into their closet and check all the negative, the positive. In fact, mostly it's the negative part. But then if you see, I say, okay, if I will come there, I was sitting up going there, or I'll put on. That's why you see some of the rare line here and there that the people are always putting warning out. That the citizens shouldn't cross their line. Look at the thing that happened quite recently, Ali, with the Moroccan citizens, I think, crossing over to go to Spain. Just because of that thing, American put up serious warning to the citizens that don't go to that part of Spain. You imagine the people don't carry drugs, they will not cross over to Jogo, maybe to go look for better life. Maybe people feel that maybe their life not safe anymore. Then you're talking about drugs issue. I'm joking with here today. We still keeping people in our surrounding. We still keeping people, we still playing politics. Coach are not going up now to 80%. We still playing politics. And I'm going to show the security set up for me. I don't want to say any kind of thing before you say they were bought. Mr. Dishu, these guys are struggling, especially the junior officers. The junior officers, they are struggling too much until I don't know, like this country not for them or a certain group of people. Even before Mayborn John, AFL or police or immigration, that means the livelihood of my family will a little bit change. But sometimes it can even be, in fact, it can even go worse. Let's listen to that. And these are glaring facts. If you're paying somebody 125, 150, they probably have to take transportation for that entire thing. They have to take care of their wife and their family. How do you expect them to survive? So who even go on DJ Brother Ali? But that's why most of the borders, that's why most of the areas are all empty. Let me tell the Liberian today. The way that people are treating your children, some of you today who have your brothers and sisters into police, immigration, all the places they are all the same. They're all struggling. No welfare, nothing. But they just do, sometimes it can be thinking that, are there other people more Liberian than the other people? Because I don't even get it sometimes. Even as some like rank, what kind of sound rank that will make you to treat your fellow human like because you are superior? So they should be struggling, be hungry, and be passing around with a country uniform on. So that issue, the security setup for me, I don't want to say weak, or something, but it's totally weak or it's totally broken down. And these are facts. Because yeah.
What the real reason why the cartel came into Leon and Liberia is the identical reason that you're just talking about. They know that the security network in Sierra Leone and Liberia is very much vulnerable. They know that the people don't have money, and anything you throw to them, they will be happy. So the people have already put into their mind that coming into Liberia and Sierra Leone will be profitable for them. They know that you can be able to buy anybody, including the presidents, because they got more money than the two presidents. So they will come out and start off from a level of being comfort within the setting until they reach to the highest. And that's how they plan their way through.
And to that, Mr. DJ, maybe before Aliu come on, or maybe before you continue, to that, Mr. DJ, let me just tell you something today. Both of our securities, oh yeah, sometimes they didn't have to talk about. You got to say this thing on people. You just forgive us. So even when you get any issue with us, let it just be from Liberia. Both of our security, they are beyond the president, they're beyond the speaker. Can you imagine? You see security more than citizens, even welcoming their own leader. I know some of you want to be saying these things. If you go places, that President Boka come here now, the amount of security that even enter through everything. You'll be thinking that, so what is going on? So you take the country security or the national security, you take them, you put them behind the politicians. The president get own, the vice president have a part of security, the speaker get a part of security, the deputy speaker get a part of security, the senate pro tempore get own. That's how they job. Even the police RG, if you see the man like the man is going on front line. What kind of country is this? So you take all the people's security that's what be serving them, that they're paying their taxes for. You take them and put them behind you like something is, or maybe somebody after you. Something that is you right? These are some of the reasons, like some talking about video that also surfaced once upon a time with the immigration officer and that of some of the traveler, where the guy was, you see it? The man will have a camera on him, he didn't even know. So they may reach to the border, the first thing, yes, sir. Chief, you got to buy light, Joe. You got to buy light for security. And these are facts. That's how our security look. That even the one that on night shift in the evening time, all they care about is how for you to buy battery for the light. Amen. Who bewitch us?
You know that we dead already. People asking for battery money. You know that I can't understand. Look, Mabel, I tell you, the mess that we're in, I don't think we're going to get out of it just now. I said we're getting new leaders. Seriously, I'm hiding from you. We're not going to get out of the mess here just now. We're caught up into the web. And there's no way that we have found ourselves crawling out of this web. We are entangled in it. Their drug business has taken control of most of the things that we're supposed to be doing in Liberia. They have thrown out off base. Everything we talk right now is drug business, drug business, drug business. Cocaine into the country, cocaine leaving the country. But we have never gotten how it got to Liberia and who owns it. Those two questions We have been trying to survey and are going through deep dive to find out the answer for the two questions. How it got to Liberia and who owns it. All we see around are facilitators and alleged participants or people of interest. That video tip that we saw that was circulating about the two people that believe to be part of the cartel, those were people that a lot of questions have been asked by the public and all of that, whether that tip was authentic. Yes, it have been proven that the tip was authentic. But what the message that they didn't get there was that they have been questioning. There will be no cartel that will come on and show themselves on the media saying that giving out the expression of how and why they are doing it. Those two guys that had the numbers of our vice president's son and others that they have been communicating, those are the people that were actually sent, and those were the ones that made the connection for the cartel. So the cartel won't talk. There's two guys that try to save their own life also because you cannot lose 300 and something million worth of goods and they're going air to that. So what they were trying to put in on air was that they're hoping that the cartel will hear them, that they crossed the G, but they were not part of letting the G go in such a way that we're going to be busted. So they send a copy up to whosoever in Liberia that they have connection with, to let them know that they themselves not going to be held responsible, they're not going to be take the blame, but rather they will share the blame with those who they had as their contact here in Liberia. So this is a big mess, and this all go to national security concern again, maybe.
Yes. So that means, in short, what you are saying is that the drugs came into Liberia, and I guess it's not fly from up, like you are saying, it's not fly from up. Maybe someone will say that way, and you are land straight on our soil. No, it passed you maybe by the way of water and air and so forth, and the drugs now into Liberia, and there are other people who quote unquote they were used maybe as junior officers or contact people. You know, everybody hungry. Let me just say in the simplest, people are hungry. And you sometimes the money you buy, you will refuse. John Brown may not refuse the money. That's how the whole life look. People are hungry. Sometimes people don't look at, like for example, they're talking about the battery. A police officer or a security officer on duty. The only concern there is how to get battery for his flashlight. Ali, let me go before go to the land, but I want to say you everything.
They should be out in Rabaspo, Grand Kid, County. This is something that, like I said, everywhere in Liberia is vulnerable. Your borderlines are vulnerable, your seaport, they are vulnerable, your airport is vulnerable to cocaine coming and going. Because even like according to their own document, the first consignment came on the strange plane. So he landed to that airport. So for human being to pass through that airport to travel, that's a small thing. But cocaine can get past there anytime. Like there is nothing. But you will be straining human being there to pass. Where in cocaine, it come here, he leaving. And we hear that I don't know who this other person prior to President Bouaka dismissing him, he prepared a document that he wanted that ship to land in Liberia because of engine failure or whatsoever. These are things that we're expecting them to investigate. Let ready know. What authority you have that you're waiting for that ship to land at the free port? Who are you? What connection you get with those people that you're waiting for the ship to dock at the port because of engine failure? You're the only person that know people on that vessel, and your work is not even say relating to the free port of Monrovia. I think you wait to RIA. How can you be sending a communication that, oh yes, that ship get engine failure, you get a problem, Lord, let allow it to land to our port, and send that ship back over there? People saying 2 weeks, people saying 3 weeks. That last night I saw AFN getting on board, they going to that ship. So if that's something that ship brought for this to do in this country, that the 2-3 weeks they been on our water, they couldn't have done it. This government had to be serious. When you're spending better
I think I shared the information with you that 1 month ago, the information was given to NAFTA. And if NAFTA giving the information to NSA or the Coast Guard, I think things will have been done. So we don't know there's leakage right there. You see? So we're trying to put the dots together. Because how come the information given about a month ago and there was no reaction till today or till yesterday? So it's something. We have complete fine tip or share the 6-minute tip as in the chat room and place so we can discuss something about it, because that was very, very important information.
All right, we don't have time.
Track the question share.
Yes, indeed.
The answer that
maybe
he gave, I think it's important for us to see how we can run through it.
Yes, maybe tomorrow we'll continue with that, but I'll go to the line to hear from our people too. We already gonna have
okay. I agree.
Yeah. So tomorrow, by God grace, we will talk more about that. But to this first caller, quickly, good evening. Yeah, my brother, go ahead.
Thank you very much. The come up for share, man, and see on people really. Them all the concern that they were trusting. Therefore, before I name and thought, I've decided to $7,000 a year of 15 Canadian wild. Did you see it reporting on Ecuador? Ecuador, that is same permanent law is going to war. 2025, 9,200 human guys, mostly youth, and all the level jobs. Their country is being used now as a transit point for cocaine coming from Colombia, one of the highest cocaine producing country in the world, and Peru. Because politicians in our country decided to make negotiate, it's not easy on them. It is almost the water in Colombia, in Ecuador. Children as young as 12 will be recruited by those gangsters being used of cartel missionary. At age 15, they use it as a missionary killer. But we say these things, we say in English. President Bwaka, Vice President Bwaka, when we look at his background, where he came from, he was agriculture minister, he didn't end well. Therefore, the American Food Harvest Project is managing, he didn't end well. He worked at the IYWC, he damaged it. Everyone is there, he has damaged. Today, the police is damaged. NFA is damaged. Check where the errors are coming from. They offer the whole NFA is war. What are people there don't know about the job business? The police, they having a scheme up. For here, all is the brand. Their hands are partner for this guy. That is the attribute of Joseph Brothers for you. Destroy us.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much. Let's take David King. David, good evening.
Yes, good evening, let me say good evening to the Ladran people. This is why we got on here right now. The Joseph Walker who do not have any good legacy whatsoever he has left for or in Shamu. But when we said this thing in 2023, we did not listen. This probably brag about 20 drugs. Today, we are surprised to hear that since Joseph Walker declared drugs a national emergency, when our food business escalated to 80%, that is alarming. And nobody is saying that to say anything. So you got one more, in his country. He's not doing that, but he's going after people's personal life. I think the entire government, they have collapsed, and the evolution of this government is only because of these drugs that they have brought to the country. Everybody want to pocket to get food. It was sooner or later, if we're not careful, will be the issue. When today there's no law and order, they got gangs running the country called Haiti today. Like my friend Brian talking about Ecuador. Alright, it's going to give people there's money. I was listening to BBC, $5,000 money. They talk about that doctor in there with a wanted man in Sierra Leone. He has a link with Madam View, and everybody in Sierra Leone start playing about his brother. Nobody see anything about him. Again, how do you call it? They have 30 something going to Spain. And the Spanish police after they arrest that boat when they have that cocaine only carried to the street. They got the street, we all what it was. Then you got a man right here over there, brother, and put up in it.
All right, my brother, thank you. That was Guinea Baby in the security. While we here, we're playing phone, we're joking. Hello to this caller, good evening. Yeah, my brother, go ahead.
Thank you. My name is Weaver Sandy, and I'm calling from Sktv-Lib. For me, we are reaching for it. This one, the government will want to become the business. Because the study is that they have to go to service.
Yeah, you said that one you're right, my brother.
In my community, I have people who have on the floor. The police, the LSU, the Senate. I mean, everywhere. So you see, there's a reason sometimes we're very careful with the national even though we can't do that because the issue of drugs is not one person business. But not there as an eldest man. He was there accusing the former president. No president, where is the one that bringing drugs? So today, now, President, who bringing it? Are you? Or are you fishing? Be careful because you are your secret. You are secret soul. You are monetary secret soul. Accusing the president. You know, it was so sad the issue of drugs. It is something for all of us to fight against those days when it started. But it fell out because of what they followed so much so that President Young was put it back. You were being on planet X. Everything was President Young today. It is for one day they don't even know what to do. President Baka, please. If you're sorry, you go playing forward, the police don't need to go. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my dear brother. The issue of drugs now. Hello? Yeah, good evening. Go ahead.
Yeah, and I'm and your co-host in the task force. And Peter Delica, so I come from another street like in Lower Johnsonville, an outstanding member of the Concerned Bureau for Justice. You know, the testimony performance of this particular Joseph Parker government, as far as that's surprising to us. That's why we articulated to our people that Joseph Parker will not make a good leader. The issue related to drugs, your drugs as a conduit to counter power. Today, they are at the epicenter of power. There's a huge influx of drugs. And the government is just acting in a way to really carry out investigation as linked to the perpetrator of this particular drugs. And you see, one of the things we as a Liberian also need to really take note on is Governor Kuma statement that senior official. That means that Governor Kuma is one of the senior officials. So
Let me ask you this question. Saying you are concerned and not Liberian for Justice, is the LDA another branch for the Liberian National Police? Because as far as I'm concerned, the LDA will be working independently. What happening?
Fluctuation of communication those are all attributed to gross incompetencies of those that are in power. Because the LDA should take the authority. They are the experts when it comes to the issue of drugs. But thanks, government use Governor Kuma to do their dirty work. That's why everywhere you find him and articulating the policy of the government. He's the one that can do the work for the government. And really, when it comes to the issue of drugs, it is the LDA director. That's why we have the director. They are the experts. But you allow Governor Kuma he has indebted the government, and they have failed to invite.
All right, thank you. I think that will be my last question to Mr. Dishu about the entire police taking over LDA. Today's caller, good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, my brother, go ahead.
Okay, my name is Jeremiah Fiame, and I've joined the conversation from number 6 months right of country. You know, thank you for the show, and we will not stop talking this thing, and we will not give up on it. You know, I got serious issue with the statement that the police IG made. I think that statement, they had a propensity to bring some dark cloud over the investigation.
Which statement? Which one?
In fact, it impacted the government. When the police IG said they got media entities that receiving draft on the capital to change the narrative without calling the name of the media institution, 1, 2. He said high-ranking government official at the very top level. He said at the very, very top level, senior government official are working with the cartel. He did not call me. You serving as the very first law enforcement man in command, the head. If you come out to the public and make such statement without calling me, and you also part of the team that investigating, I think in my mind, the president needs to do something about it. Because you can't come out and accuse media institution of working for the cartel without calling the name of the media institution. It's wrong. You're not an ordinary name. If I call on your show and say media institution accepting draft on the cartel is different from the police IG.
Exactly.
When our video came up concerning the president's son, other people said, well, AI. Now that it is not AI, it is real. Why it can't call him for investigation? If it was, for example, anybody in the opposition that they will just cartel, some of them going to call and say, hello, we give you our 2 million to SYC for all, and you let us die and this, that, black and white. I think in my mind, the idea of going to invite them for at least question. But because it is the president's son, so they see that the response he gave is sufficient, so it's free him from just asking him questions. It's wrong.
Thank you, my brother. That's the country, that's the law, that the people voting for will keep voting. Today's caller, good evening.
Yeah, good evening. This is Ruben Steel from Canada. Yeah, let's go on. We can talk about that. I don't like it. We can talk about where culture too much.
How, my brother? How? I'll give you one example. No, hello. I need to say like bro finish you. Don't say the way you're saying it. I still living, don't allow me, please. I need to say like bro finish. So go straight to the point that I made. Like so for me to talk about the security, especially their low wages, nothing they're getting, they are using top light that have no battery. So am I wrong for that?
No, what I'm trying to say is that security people all over the world, they get a car, they get a
So it should continue like that here in Liberia where there's no law justice. The security men going to wear no battery, no flashlight, and men gotta buy a flashlight are you sure? No. Mama, I'm not living here, but I live in America. Okay, go ahead, my brother. Go ahead. Listen to you.
We see a laboratory pick on that we happy. Why get time for politics? Who get in power? Where get in power? Interested in the project development. Now, why so much interested? So we pray, we'll make sure that to the pocket develop the country. If over you cut down, you let it, you won't drum, you break your name, I pay it, or the country will be developed. The country will be developed. If you travel around, you know that like we're beyond.
So let's go to the drugs issue now, because if he's saying that the country will be developed, will it be developed with drugs or what? What are you saying? Because I don't want to know. My man, we're discussing la bureau, but forget about other country. We're discussing la bureau. Ah. Yeah, my man. That go to the drugs issue. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's a drug issue there. So that go ahead. So you're not think that the security get issue? You think that the security say okay? I heard that you saw me go evening. Oh, like you guys are if I'm like very interested. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you very much for the show. This is how they come here. Some legacy of someone that they wear about the leader market and they throw out a lot of complaints like very for justice. Therefore, this drug fight in this country is becoming something less. They will all work, no all good. Therefore, you are my brother, you are journalist. So let them information that people in police have it for any journalist. Therefore, it's very alarming. You people that will be telling all to give us information that they don't do this, and we look at it for the big credible. Now they are saying that there are some of you that have received grants in this country to continually look at the drug issue. Therefore, it's not coming hard work for people again. Hard work for some of my brothers who are journalists are still others.
Yeah, no problem, my brother, my man. That, hey, everybody got to call people names, so that's it. Because the name have been called, so they got to call our names too. That's it, brother. Hey, that's like, bro. Thank you. All right, thank you. So the PER today they concluded with a meeting, and they will use the law. We power we can. For us here, we respect people. We respect the rule of law. That's why we're always open and talk about we are talking because we know our rights. Even before police may even arrest me, you should tell me what some of the things maybe things I've done to or maybe that I've gone wrong and so forth. If you tell me, I tell you again, my lawyer, I call my lawyer. If you still want to hang me to go, I put my camera, we all will be doing recording, will be going. Then we all will move, we go straight to the depot. We understand, so everybody should know that right. Read about your right and know the constitution to your fingertips. That will help you a lot. So again, Mr. Dishu, I wanted to ask the follow-up question as we close on. Please let manage the little time. We have about 7 more minutes to go. With the issue of the police taking over because the entire news, they all of the latches today that are going to Gregory Commerce will be going to the LDA bus. Instead, Gregory Commerce is the one who playing like if he's a prime minister.
Well, from the start of this investigation, you can tell that the police have been trying to find a way to head the investigation because they knew that they were part of it. And heading the investigation, they will close up a lot of tools that will be hard to penetrate to prove that they are part of it. This investigation will always be remembered because the people that were announcing are the people who are doing the same old thing. From last night, after that allegation on the police director who gave the authority, it gave me a second thought because it was the same Senator Rebel Brown's son. When that was into effect, I think Rebel Brown will call on his own show and he admitted that his son was instructed to carry on some kind of operation that is being investigated. So you can tell now that the whole investigation was being protected by the police and the NSA because the highest security institution in our country and the most respected It's a National Security Agency, NSA. But if the NSA, with 3 or 4 of these high-ranking officers being involved, or being alleged to be involved in this, that has damaged the image of that particular institution, and I think it caused concern to their partners, which is the CIA, and I think for the government to get back on its feet, they need a reform immediately. I don't think that the government should wait until after the investigation, because what is thrown in the light right now is that officers have been named, they have been indicted, and the officers have been charged, and other government officials.
Yes. All right. Thank you, Mr. Dishu. We are out of time, so yeah, I think maybe you can just 30 seconds quickly in closing so that we can go across over to Brother Ali so that we can be in time, please.
All I have to say, I hope that you bring the tip tomorrow for us to start check conversation with Sports Show. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Brother Ali. I don't know whether you're getting us. If you are getting us, then you can conclude. What say you, or in fact, with a response from our people back home?
Mayborn, thanks to the callers there for always taking their time to participate on the show as well. This issue about this cocaine business, this government had to be serious. They had to be very serious about the cocaine issue and see how they can be Liberian people. If you will get a police making this kind of statement, and up to now, the president cannot call him to order to come and answer questions. That shows that they are not yet ready. The state, that's by indictment to the entire government, by saying there are state actors involved into this cocaine business, and up to now the government cannot call him to question him who are those state actors, and they just lay it to slide like that. And we shouldn't forget about the $19.2 million cocaine. We still want to know how it entered the country, who brought the $19.2 million cocaine, who are those people that were tied to it. This I think, because we only run it behind the $18 million cocaine now. At the end of the day, that one will just be swept under the rug. This I think we need to know. This country is too small for this kind of drugs to be coming in. You see? So we had to make sure this government had to be transparent enough. They had to speed up their game to make sure that Greco Kuma should answer questions about those higher ups, those state actors that are in the government that are tied to this cocaine business.
Well,
this is not something.
Okay.
Mr. Dishu, are you there?
No, I think Mr. Dishu already concluded already. We have him off because I think there were a little noise as infrared on his back. So again, we gotta go. But Ali, thank you. We listen to our people, and you know, among all of the hundreds or thousands of people, you always get someone. You know, sometime my brother, that's how things look like. I come in quickly, but I didn't come up. That's how things look like. That way, you know, when you will notice that among all of the other voices, only you alone, that means, my brother, you got to think wisely. You wanna get thinking more than all of the hundreds of people who will be calling, who will be listening. That's the thing there. Everyone here love Liberia. We don't want to see development. We don't want for Liberia to be developed. But how are we going to develop? Are we not developing it with drugs? Is that what you are saying now? Anyway, that's it. But I didn't go ahead, my brother.
Like somebody called, they say, oh yes, the developments are going on, this and that, and what have you. Yes, we want development to go on, but maybe when you look at from Vata all the way going to Douala, Charles Taylor was in government, he faced that road. Look at the road today. Eddie served this country for 12 years. She faked that same road. Look at the road today. We are safe for 6 years in face that road. Look at the road today. Bwaka is there. Look at the same road today. I left this country all these years. I'm back again. That road stay the same. Every night, government facing road. How will every go? Take off face that road from Vatan all the way to Douala, Gori Simple Bridge. Every 2 years she faced that road. We are says that you face that road. Bwaka is facing the same road. What kind of development is that? If they use the road basically to be stealing the country money, I think they use the road. That's a social card for every government. Oh yeah, the road fund, this and that. That's another means. I think they are stealing the country money, and this is why we need to do amendment in the constitution for us to start putting our former president there behind bars. If we not stand up, those people will continue ruling this country, enriching themselves, and will remain suffering. We become slaves in our own country. We become beggars, and this country will be looking like a living hell for human being on earth. This is how Liberia will be looking like. That nonsense that they have in the constitution, that our president wasn't impeached, so when he leave power, you can't go after him. They need to take all that nonsense. We had to be prosecuting those people for destroying this country and going free. Other African countries are doing it. 179 years old. Why can you break about in this country? Which country can look at Liberia and say, oh yeah, we want to be the Liberia? See this. Look at your international role. This is disgusting. We want development, but those criminals will continue electing in this country. They are the cause of the suffering we are going through. God bless America. God bless Liberia. Have a good night. Thank you.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We talking about podcasts and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the club. Qualified people who willing to sell. Blessing that time and that effort are rest. The brothers giving us here and the promise from them. The welcome my life with African.
I lyrical
Master.
Play Paris who make you. I can't Sktv-Lib. C'est ma chérie, tina ke ase ma jamu. Enji sano muni, emu aye yo. Enji lofa mui, emu aye yo.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must survive the lofa and grandbaza.
Ena Guinea ya tumale, ena Sadia ya tumale, ena Conakry ya tumale, ena Côte d'Ivoire ya tumale, ena Guinea ya tumale, ena Sadia ya tumale, ena Conakry ya tumale, ena Côte d'Ivoire ya tumale, ena Pakistan ya tumale, Sktv, ena Pakistan, tosi wako ma ya tumale.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must survive the lofa and grandbaza.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We talking about podcasts and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the club. Qualified people who willing to sell. The flesh, that time and the efforts are rest. The broadcast we giving are real and the premise my best. The work with my life with Africa. From Grandfather, Nima to Lufa. From Riverside, River G to Chile. From Grand Crew, Bombing, Kidman, Montserrat, San to Bacalu. From Maryland, Bonk to the Mikey B. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa.